Hello everyone, welcome back to Bricks, and today I have definitely something a little bit different. I built a mock last night, and as you can see, this is not a Star Wars mock because I wanted to do something a little bit different. So this is, I guess, a convenience store or a small grocery store. I really wanted to kind of seem like maybe a small town convenience store or something like that. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Alright, so I'm just gonna quickly go over the sign here. It says goods, whether it's an S or a Z. I guess it could be either depending on how you look at it. But it's very, very just simple lettering with red studs, and I just kind of did a combination of grill tiles and plates just to give it maybe a little bit of a look to it, to make it a little bit more popping to the eye, kinda. I don't know what. Yeah, this is a very basic color scheme of maybe just some grays and whites here. I just a little bit of those textured pieces. This does hang over, and I only left a little bit. I only left 2 space of width just for a sidewalk, a very, very small sidewalk. You know, and if I made this bigger, this sidewalk could probably maybe like 6 studs wide, so you can put more figs on it. But I just put a little bit of details here. Here's one of the windows. Just a little bit of flowers, you know, and I just add a little bit extra detail. That is maybe a gutter of some sort. Of course, here's the door that opens fully, you know, it's just a basic door in a black door frame. There's an arrow, and who knows what that could be. That could be maybe some advertising. I like to see that as maybe showing some information about the building, maybe the address of some sort. Here is a potted plant outside, just to add a little bit of color to it. Maybe a little bit of mats here. There is a wanted post, a missing poster for a certain someone, and a little bit of a of ad for the pizza that is in the display window. I wanted something, something in the display window, so I decided to maybe just put some pizzas in there. Maybe some nice homemade pizzas would attract some people. But there is something else I'd like to, before we get into the full interior, just a couple of things like, just say, yeah, the sides have no detail. But this roof does come off completely, and what we are going to do, I'm going to move that, and we're just going to take a really quick look at the roof. Now, I did tile this entire part off. I just decided to add a little bit of wear, just just add some stuff. This is 2 plates thick, and on the back you can see, just a little bit of crates and storage. I did leave those Technic pins exposed, and I just add another one of them with the stud. I don't know, I just felt a bit mechanical to me. This is definitely not really supposed to be looked at too much. I just add a little bit of details, maybe, roof-like details. Nothing really too much on the bottom. I added those for 2 things. 1, they represent lights. 2, they help hold this together, as lots of plates connected together like that may tend to warp or rip themselves apart. But now we're taking a look at the interior of my convenience store / shopping place. Now we're just gonna start up here. Maybe at this side, this is a little bit of some, I guess some shelves that have maybe other dry food, cereal, such stuff like that, maybe other non-food products and such. So a lot of this is just 2x2 bricks with tiles on top. Also, just a little bit of other things just to mix up the shapes, show different brands. On there, you can see a Jaws poster and a tile that I thought might look cool, that minifig. Yeah. And speaking of that guy, excuse me, but he is looking at some, but he is looking at some breadsticks, and I made those by getting chests, taking off the top, and turning them around. And he just has a stud for connection. I did tile this part. I did not tile the rest, I wanted to save my tiles for things like the top here. Just by the way, this does have 2 areas of connections for the roof. The rest is completely flat. And over here, you do see a little bit of more produce. There's some apples. That could be wine or something put out of reach for children and such. Next to that, you might have a little bit of a rack of some, maybe it's magazines, books, and such. I used one of the tiles from a Lego Movie Collectible minifigs, and I just used that as a small newspaper. I think from like one of the Disney ones. I only have one of those Disney CMS. It's like a duck. I forget which one. And I found that Octan brick, yeah, in my collection. I thought, yeah, cool to kind of maybe light up the place a little bit. This is maybe a little bit of a checkered floor, so when you walk in, and over here, this right here, I'm actually just going to move the person who owns this place so I can take this out to show you this a little bit better. It might be a little bit hard to see through there, but this is a display of some meat products. There is a turkey leg and a fish. And there, I wanted to add something like that to put on the display on the inside. Let me keep her out there just for a minute so I could also show you the cash register. This guy right here has his bag of some goods in it, and he is here to pay. But here is the cash register. This is the one side. I just decided to make it maybe a little bit more modern. That could be touchscreen. That's supposed to show where you would slide out to put the money in, and that's supposed to put your card in and such. I'm not too informed on stuff like that. But yeah, there's just a little bit to put money and such. So it's basic. I gotta say this. This lady's looking at maybe this bin of carrots because you gotta have just maybe a little bit more healthy food products. And there is plenty of room in here for minifigs to go around. This is small, but I did do something purposely here with the roof, so you can tell. I did not continue on the back because I wanted to maybe give the feeling that this is maybe only a small bit of the store. There might be some more, there might be some more over here. Here is a refrigerator. I decided to put some grills on there and some grills on the top. I felt that was appropriate. Just a door would open up here, and you can see there's maybe some drinks, or maybe that's canned food. There is a single Eggo waffle there. And yeah, you can maybe just see here in the back here, there is a small little stool and a small table with a cup on it. That is just kind of like, I didn't have room to put in an employee's lounging area. I figured she's gonna have to somewhere to go. Of course, she, especially if she might be the owner, and so she may not be able to take shifts like that. There's just something to chill out when maybe no one's there or such like that. In the back, you can see the pizza display on a hinge piece. Do want to take it off real quick so you can just see the grow pieces there, which I put in to make it, to show how these pizzas might be staying warm. There's just an extra one sitting there, so when someone buys one of them, you can just put it back onto the display. Now, that's kind of about it. For the interior here, I wanted to put stuff in there. I didn't want to make it look too crowded. I especially wanted this checkered play thing to have nothing on it. I wanted plenty of space for minifigs to walk around. I wanted, especially, like this is more of an employees only section here. Of course, people can go over to the refrigerator, but I really wanted to capture most of the key elements that would be in a convenience store, like refrigerators, meats, maybe a lot of, I feel like maybe stores like this will have maybe some sort of home baked goods and such. I want to have some, fun things on the wall. A lot of time they tend to have stuff like that, drinks, food, yeah. I really wanted to catch the, what a store like this would feel like, but while still kind of leaving it at a small scale here. And go ahead and put the roof back on. The roof does hang over a little bit, just to add a little bit of shading. And yeah, this is my store. Might Might just be worth just showing you what the back looks like with everything on. Not too much light actually gets in there, but yeah, you can see how that would all look like with everything. Maybe I shouldn't have added a light brick in there. Yeah, maybe I'll do that next time I do something like this. But this is my small convenience store. I spent about probably at most 2 hours on this thing. Did not take me that long. It's very small, very simple. You know, it's a very simple color scheme. But yeah, I hope everyone enjoyed the video. If you did, please end up leaving a like and of course subscribing. My current goal is to get 50 subscribers. So please feel free to contribute to me to getting that goal. And I'll see you in my next video.